Hi, and welcome to Stretch. I'm in my shoes because I have to do some healing of my foot. So I hope you're barefoot because we want to get as much connection between our feet and the rest of our body. Today, we're going to focus on hips and back. So I would like to start in a seated position or a lying position. So let's get down. Get ourselves all the way down. And do that thing where we separate our glutes from the rest of our body and then shimmy, shimmy, shimmy that upward, that chest upward. Put your hands in cactus and we're going to do our breathing, our opening breathing right here. We're going to inhale to center and exhale out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now I want you to take one foot out and bring the other leg in, grabbing the shin. You're going to take a big inhale and exhale before you do anything. Now flex the extended foot just a little bit more so you feel the extension in the front of the groin area. So inhale and exhale. Now take the leg out to the side and we're going to hold it in with the leg toward the foot, kind of in tree, for 2 breaths. Applying a little bit of pressure, but not letting the other glute come off the floor. Take it out to a tabletop position with the foot right below the knee for 2 breaths. A little bit of pressure. Take the leg out to a 45. Same thing, 2 breaths. And then all the way out to extension, slightly pointed leg. Make sure you're staying flat on the floor. If not, bring the leg up a little bit. And 2 breaths. Feel it move away from the groin. I'd like you to bend that leg back in, bring the other hand across, and we're going to do this counter stretch. So you're going all the way over onto the hips, but you're making sure those shoulders are staying down about for a little bit. All right, so the leg is tucked in first, 2 breaths. And then in that tabletop position, that 90-degree angle, foot right out of the knee, 2 breaths. And you'll feel the release of the hip as you do this. And that 45-degree angle, let's take it. Here we go. We'll feel more impact on that hip. And then all the way to extension. Fold that leg in, bring it down, and then lower it. Bring the other leg in flat, and then take the other leg out. And I want you to push through into that flex a little bit to feel the release in the front. Then bring that leg in. Very natural hold right here. 2 breaths. Great. Take it out into a tucked position first. 2 breaths. A little bit of pressure, no lifting off the other side. Put that hand out to secure yourself down. And then to that tabletop, leg straight, knee and leg in alignment, foot and knee in alignment. Extend it out to 45. You're going to feel a lot of groin connection when you do that. And then all the way out to extension. Ooh, that one I can feel today. Tuck the leg all the way back in, bring the arm around, and then we're going to make sure our shoulders are down, so reach as far as you can. And then the tucked position first, 2 breaths. You want to look to the ceiling or away. Bring it down, foot from the knee, 90-degree angle, 2 breaths. Really let that hip get the big juice that you're trying to put into it, 2 breaths. Then that 45-degree angle. And extend it all the way up. tuck it and then bring it back to center. Bring both feet on the mat and then bring the legs up. Grab your big toes. You want your feet over your knees and you're going to push down. And then start to rock. It's just our opener. So we're just trying to get energy and activity into the joints, right? Three more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's put the foot down. Okay, we're going to take the back leg out and circle it 8 times to the out circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other side. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure you're doing some breathing while you do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take the top back leg onto the knee, the other side, whatever you consider your back leg, by the way, and then drop it in the direction of the back leg, the top leg. Get that stretch. Now, so what happens with this one is we start to bring more of our lats and our obliques into it. And so we start to connect the back with the hip stretch even more deeply. Then bring it up and then over. So you can tell that these are the same stretches with successive movement, which I'll show you in a second. Good. Same as we did before. And then bring it up. So now the next successive movement is to cross it over and take it to the back side. Good. Nice. And bring it up and to the front side. Make sure you're doing a lot of beautiful breathing here. And then bring it up. Put that foot flat on the mat. Take the other heel on the knee of that foot, and we drop over to the front side. And then bring it up and to the back side. Bring it up, cross the leg all the way over. So as you can see, we're already gripping into these areas, the piriformis right here, the SI joint, which comes through, the hip flexor, and then take it to the back. Sciatic nerve. Great. And then bring it to the front. Our last thing on our back for now will be the bottom of our feet together. I'd like you to just breathe 4 times with your knees out. Then we're going to do the counter stretch, knees together, feet out. Nice. Put those legs together. We're going to drop over and bring ourselves to tabletop. And I'm going to quick put the fan on. So get yourself with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Good. We're going to start with a parallel child pose. So I'd like you to reach your hands just a little bit forward of your shoulders, not really far, because I want a lot of room for you to go back, back, back to your heels with your glutes. So we're starting again to connect the back. Watch what you're doing with your head. Are you pushing it back against your neck? All right, let's bring it here and really open up. Now I'd like you to slide those arms along the legs, putting your head down on the mat. Now bring one hand up and keep the other one reaching toward the leg. Take that other hand to the angle, the corner of your mat. Sit back. Bring it back beside your leg. The other one straight up. And everything spread. Corner of the mat. Put your hand under your shoulder and bring yourself back to tabletop. Do 2 cat curls. We're going to do them cat curls. We're going to do them between these child poses. So inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Bring it back to center. Go to hip width apart, still parallel legs. Walk your hands forward just a little bit and sit back into child pose. Now this time we're going to spread both arms to the corner of the mat and try to bring our chest low. If this is too much on the back, just stay in the center. Then bring it back to center, slide it in, back to tabletop. Now the toes together and the knees apart. Put your hands a little bit forward on your shoulders, and we sit back into this very, very generous stretch. Bring the hands out to the sides, airplane, lower your chest, push it back. If it hurts your back, stay with it in the front. Hands under the shoulders, bring it back up. Straighten those legs out. Inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Great. Now you're going to slide one leg forward into the pigeon. So moving the back leg all the way back. And today we're going to try to face that knee down as much as we can. Now I'd like you to start with a lift. We want to have both hips facing down. Start with a lift and pretty wide hands right here. Breathe into it. You're going to feel that in the front of the hip. You're going to feel that in the groin muscles. You're going to feel it in the bent hip. Now come down to elbows, just elbows, and breathe into it 3 times. And then stack your hands and bring it down as far as you can. Hip down. Put your hands under your shoulders, bring yourself up. We're coming back to the center, putting the bottom of the feet together into butterfly. And then let's take a hinge, just a hinge, and not a curl down and not a release all the way down. All right, so just a hinge. So you're kind of aiming your head to the corner of the room. Great. And then curl yourself up. Let's take this right over here to pigeon on the other side. Again, I'd like wide arms, the hips facing down. You're lifting up as much as you can. Some people have more extension than I will right here. There's some people who can go straight up. Now come to elbows. And stack those hands and bring it down. Put your hands under your shoulders, push yourself up, and we come back to the center, and we come back to seated butterfly. Nice. So from seated butterfly, we're going to bring one leg up tuck the other leg in, and we're going to start, if you can, into this layered fold. Now, if you can't, stay in butterfly or bring one leg in and take the other one out to the side. So we're going to put our hands behind us pretty far and then lift our chest up. Take a nice deep breath for 3. Put your hands right beside your thighs. I want you to experiment before you come down. Okay, we take the leg over just a little bit more. Okay, then bring it down, hands in front, however far you can go. You want to make it a curl around the legs so that you can get a lot of that lumbar in there too. And it's good if the hands are bent, the arms are bent. Bring yourself up, and then we're going to lift the bottom leg, take the other leg over top of it, and stack the knees. So you want to get a nice stacked position here. The back hands go to the back again. You're lifting up. So we got, we can pull the hips in a lot of directions. It's a ball, right? The ball joint. Then grab the ankles if you can. And then bring your hands in front and take it down. Now you're going to stay in this position while we take the backward walk with our hands. So I want you to rotate your chest toward the top knee and then walk backwards with your hands. If you can get into a bent elbow position, I don't want you to release so much that you come down to the floor, right? So just hold it right there. And then walk it back up and then rotate away from that front knee and take it back here. You'll feel the shift to the bottom hip. I can't go as far on that one because this hip, as you know, is the ailing hip. And then inhale and exhale and bring yourself up. Okay, windshield wiper between the sides. So we're going to take your legs nice and wide. We're going to drop them to one side and then to the other. And I'd like to do 8 sets. 3, 4, 5. Feels very weird to be working in my stretcher shoes on. 6, 7, and 8, both sides. Okay, bring it back in. We go back to our seated butterfly. Lift up, drop your shoulders away from your ears. This is basically to bring your back into it and to get alignment, right? Then we're going to scoot that leg in, the other one on top. Again, you'll find a difference when you're doing both of these legs. They're going to be unequal. Mine are. Reach back to be, or hold back. You don't tilt back. You stay lifted. Put your hands behind you for 3 breaths. Then right here at your side for 3. And then we're going over and to the front. Big inhale and exhale, curl yourself up. Beautiful. We're going to take the leg further across, stacking those knees, taking the hands behind you, lifting high. Hands on the ankles. And then coming forward and curling down. All right, we're going to walk away in one direction. You trying to keep that knee down as we do it. Feeling the pull in the groin connected to the hip. And then bring it up. And then in the other direction, walk it. And bring it up. We're going to take those legs out and we're going to hit that windshield wiper very slowly. We're going to do 4 sets. We're going to hold for each side. That's 1 set. Number 2. And here comes number 3. And last one. Now put your legs under you, and we're going to come up into reverse tabletop to do counter stretches from those bends. So get your head on your spine and get some nice length. Now walk it out just a little bit and move it up a little bit higher. Good. Walk it out just a little bit more and get on your heels. I'd like to rock back and forth a little bit. 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. Lower down, scooting your butt back, and come over into forward fold. And then pull yourself up through your glutes and come on over onto your side. Slide all the way down. Make a pillow of your bicep, and you're going to take your leg up, and you're going to come back into a quad stretch. And then bring that leg over the front and push into it. And then we're going to bring yourself down to the floor and try to do it again if you can reach. You can feel how the change shifts when you're facing down. Release it down, put your hands under your shoulders, and we're coming up into cobra. So belly button to the spine, a full cobra as we come up, and the hips hug the floor. Straight like that, a little bit. And hold that. We're going to hold this quite a moment, right? Beautiful job. Now bring yourself into tabletop. You're going to rotate those hips 8 times in one direction. And then 8 in the other. Bring yourself up to a high kneel and then reach behind you. And let's take it down the other side. Okay, we're going to come all the way down, making a pillow with our bicep. You're going to bring the top leg into a quad stretch. So much you can do with hips, and I'm like hitting like 5% of it. And then you're going to drop over in the front and push into the thigh without lifting the foot off the floor. Facing down, trying to get that quad stretch if you can. and release it down, and we're going back to cobra. Yeah, elbows beside the waist, and we push up. Nice long arms. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Looking ahead. Beautiful job. Bringing yourself up again. We are now going to go into a forward lunge. So we're working our way from the mat to standing, as you could probably figure out. All right, just hold it right there. My new shoes seem to come loose all the time. Very specific brand. Yep. All right, so I just want it to be a nice, even lunge right now. We're not pushing into it very much at all. Just wanted to get your alignment. Then walk that leg a little bit forward so we don't push the knee past the foot. Take the other knee back and you separate between the two. Right? Just getting that nice and lifted. Beautiful job. Come back up. We're going to take the back foot inside the knee. So you turn it and then you go forward again. So we create a different kind of distance here. If this hurts at all, go back to parallel. Looking straight ahead. So your upper body is going to want to twist in the direction of the lower body. Try to make it stay to the front, to the direction of the lunging knee. Good. Now I'd like you to repeat that. And as you go up, let the foot drop on the outside of the shoe. So bring it up. If that hurts your knee or anything, just stay parallel. And then bring it back up. Bring the foot back behind the knee in the back. So you have an alignment there. And we're coming into the hamstring, staying nice and lifted. And then bringing our chest inside the leg. So you're framing the leg with your hands, but you're bringing your chest down, down, down into the center. So your leg is kind of tucked up in your waist here. Good. Now from this position, I want you to sit as far back as you can. Just start to sit back. Nice. Beautiful. Good job. Bring your hands inside the leg and come back again. Now you're going to walk those hands forward. Take that knee back behind again. And this time you're moving your body to the front. And you're in that gate position. We're going to take a stretch over to the long leg first. Slide it down and over to the short leg second. Trying to keep ourselves open to the front. Beautiful job. Then you're going to rotate toward that knee, and this time you're bringing your chest down to that leg. Try to lower your glutes some more. All right, move your hands to the front, put them inside, scoot that knee in, curl yourself up, and reach back again. Your hands are reaching back. Let's rotate everything to the other side. We're going to start with the low lunge, nice and high. In, because I need a double pat on my knee here. There we go. Now we're going to separate everything a little bit. There we go. Nice big stretch right here. Feeling that opening. Bring it back. This time you're going to let your foot go out to the side. Take it out. Got to double that one up. Bring it to flat again. We move the shoe behind our knee in the opposite direction and lunge forward with our foot flat, keeping our body forward. And we're going to let it tilt on the outside of the shoe. Now, you don't want it to be just an ankle turn. You want to make sure that whole leg goes over. So only take it as far as you can move that leg over. She says on the very last one. Go figure. Yeah. You really want to feel that opening in the groin. Then bring it back up. You want to flatten the foot. You want to bring the other foot behind your knee, and then we're going into that hamstring. So start with that lift. Nice. You want to feel the heel on the floor. Make sure it's not dropping to one side or the other. And then come on down with those framed arms, your chest in the middle. Lower as much as you can. You want to feel the leg and the leg open up from behind and your hip open up. They're talking to each other. They're having a good old time. Beautiful. Nice job. Now you're going to try to sit back. Try to sit back. Sit back as much as you can. Breathe into it. Bring it back up. Stay in that position. You're going to move the leg around and we're into gate. We're going to move toward, stretch toward the long leg first. Ouch. And around to the short leg. We're coming back and putting our chest on our thigh right here and trying to sit back some more. You can parallel that leg if you want to, or you can keep in that gate position. Put your hands inside, walk yourself around, and you're in kneeling right here. And we're going to push the hips to the rib cage. 2, 3. This feels different from when we're standing, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And here we go. Take one leg and then the other, and we're going to kick ourselves out a little bit. Now, let's take one leg over top of the other leg. Bring yourself up to a very beautiful lifted position. So much so, I want you to grab your hands behind you and make that whole thing lift up. Great. It's because it won't work to have a counter stretch if you're not doing the reach, right? All right, so now we're going to slide down. Going to slide down. You're already maybe feeling it in the crossed over hip. Beautiful. I want you to walk your hands to one side inside the front foot. Just walk, walk, walk. Walk it as far as you can, keeping your chest down, getting that hip stretch. Nice. Bring it back to center and walk, walk, walk it to the other side. We feel that hamstring with the back leg for sure. If your knees bend a little bit, that's not a problem. Good. Focusing on those hips. Then bring it back to center. Coming up might be a little bit hard. So you have to tighten those legs together and use your core. And you have yourself in this lifted position. All right, take it to the other side. And again, stability and flexibility are going to change on each side, right? So let's bring ourselves up, lift, 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 and then we'll curl ourselves down right to the center. Walk inside the front leg. If you can't reach the floor, you can hold on to your shin, or for more stability, put a block there. It's really useful to have a block on this one. And then walk over to the other side. Bring it back to center, squeeze those thighs, and bring it back up. We unwind and we kick those legs out a little bit. Good. Now we're going to bring it up into tree pose. So if you need to stabilize yourself and hold on to something for this, because even though we're good at tree pose almost all the time, once you're inverted and then you come back up, it's sometimes harder. I'm talking about me. All right, let's take it up and hold it. Bring your arms out to the side. Now, what I'd love you to do is really open up that thigh. There you go. Beautiful. And hold it, hold it, hold it. Nice. And then bring it back down. Now to go the next step, we're going to take it into standing pigeon. So again, you might need to hold on, cross the leg over and sit back. I'm going to need to hold on because of my knee. And sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back. Good. I want you to fold your chest into that top leg. So it's not a diagonal this time. It's a very folded chest right here, right onto the top leg. Really push, push, push into it. Pull your belly button to your spine, bring yourself up, and we're ready for the tree on the other side. So take your leg out, bring it up. Now we remember that it's either above or below the knee. It never pushes on the knee, right? Bring it out to the side. Good. Head over tailbone, really pull through. You are just emanating toward the ceiling. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring it down and do the pigeon. Now I can't put pressure on this side, so I'm just going to come over and lift that leg up, putting a hand between my leg and, oh, I can't even bend down on that knee. So I'll just bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down. Breathe into it. Good. And we release it and bring it back up. That's very challenging for my knee. All right, so we're going to take our legs far, far apart. Come on over into a lateral lunge on one side. Put your elbow into your thigh. Connect it onto this hand that's kind of sitting on the other side and push across. Bring it back to center. We're going to do the same thing. So you want that push, right? Feet are parallel. Push it over. Push it over to the other side. Good. Want to give engagement to that knee. Your other leg is nice and long. Engagement to that hip. And then bring it back to center. Great job. So now we're going to bring it in 1-2 steps. And this is going to be a low lunge with those hands inside. If you can't do that, go back to the lateral lunge. So we're coming, low squat. We're coming in here, pushing those arms into those thighs. With that tail drop, try to look ahead on the floor. Try not to drop your head or push it back on your neck. Put your hands on the floor and we invert, taking our feet forward. Then pull up through the belly and bring yourself up. You're doing great. We're going out for a plie stretch. So get out nice and big and come on down. Head over tailbone, belly button to spine. Push through those heels and bring yourself up and bring it back in and kick it out. You're doing such great work. Okay, we're going to end with some circles and some hula dancing and some kind of stuff to just soothe those hips from all that hard work and get them ready to go on a hike or whatever you have planned for today. So let's start with circles, 8 of them, soft knees, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Sway them right and left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then bring them all very deliberate hip to rib cage. 3, pop it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's kick it out. Let's kick it out. Let's do that 3 more times. 3 more times. Woohoo! Last time. Wow, I really put it into your hips today. So I really do suggest that you don't sit down after this workout. You kind of walk around or, do something a little bit active for a few minutes, because we don't want to just sit right down on these hips that we just so gloriously opened and took to their length. So let's breathe it up 3 times. Take it up and down, 2 more up and down. Last time up and down. And thank you for coming to stretching. We did a lot of hip, including a little bit of back.